You can then sand it down and apply your varnish, so you don't have a rough texture. A wooden tea light holder is shown below. The diagram below shows the machine and fastener bit used to cut in the tea light holder. Name this machine. It's a pillar drill. Explain why the fastener bit shown above was used to create the hole. A fastener bit allows for drilling flat-bottomed holes. And you can see that the hole doesn't go all the way through. It's got a flat bottom to it. Continue. Health and safety is priority when using the machine shown above. Describe 3 health and safety issues with the pillar drill. So making sure that the workpiece is secure, make sure the drill bit is securely attached inside the chuck, ensure all guards are down. Other safety checks would be to make sure that the chuck is removed before switching it on, set the correct drilling speed, ensure that the table is secure when drilling. Where required, ensure that the depth stop is set correctly, and know the location of any emergency stop button. The tea light holder is shown again here. Name this joint. It's a through housing joint. Question 3 continued. This diagram shows the marked out joint in the tea light holder. Diagram shows the wood that has been removed. Describe 3 stages in cutting and removing the wood from the joint. So first stage would be cut sides using a tenon saw, use a mallet and chisel to remove the waste wood, and pare the bottom of the joint with a chisel. The tea light holder shown below is manufactured using various hand tools. Name the tool shown below and describe what they're used for. That is a sliding bevel, which is used to draw lines at an angle. We then have a marking knife, and you can use a marking knife to cut across the grain prior to sawing. Explain the purpose of the brass back on the tenon saw shown below. It keeps the blade rigid. Final question, question 4. The main coffee table is shown. The diagram below shows the rails of the coffee table and legs. Name this joint here. There we have a standard kind of mortise and tenon joint. This is called a hinged mortise and tenon joint, where we've got the shoulder here. The diagram below shows how the end rail is marked out before it is cut. Explain the purpose of the shaded areas. Well, that's to indicate where the waste wood is. The tool shown below is used to cut out the slot in the leg of the table as shown in the diagram. Name this tool. It's a mortise chisel. Recognise a mortise chisel with the 2 ferrules on either end and sort of kind of chunky blade. Describe the purpose of the ferrule shown in the tool above. Well, that adds strength to the chisel, so that when you're levering out the waste wood, it's not going to break. In the diagram above, the slot in the leg is cut out to a depth of 15mm. Describe a method of ensuring that the slot is cut out to the correct depth. You may use sketches to support your answer. Well, there's a number of ways in which you can do this. You can measure the depth of the hole by inserting a ruler into the mortise hole. You could insert the mortise chisel and mark the depth of your finger and then measure it on a rule, or you could attach masking tape to the chisel the required depth when you're using the chisel. State 2 health and safety checks that must be carried out before starting to cut out the slot in the leg. Check if the tool is damaged, check if the tool is sharp, make sure that the leg is securely attached to the bench. The diagram shows the tabled leg tapered using a smoothing plane. Explain why this is the correct direction. Well, what you want to do is you always want to plane in the direction of the grain, because the wood, you get nice thin shavings coming off the wood. If you try and plane up against the grain, then the wood will tear. So basically your answer is applying in the same direction as the grain is a good idea. Explain the purpose of the nut shown in the smoothing plane. Well, this nut here adjusts the depth of the cutting iron. The depth shown below is used during the assembly of a coffee table. Name this device. It's a sash clamp. We've then got a table here of woods that you have to identify. So softwood that is straight grain but knotty, quite strong and easy to work, pale yellow in colour. Pine, for example, Scots pine, redwood. Light brown, hardwood, tough, heavy and durable outside, gets harder with age, that's oak. Hardwood, reddish in colour, quite strong, a common hardwood used in schools, mahogany. Plywood, which is the wood that has veneers, which are glued together at 90 degrees, very strong and stable wood. MDF, it's made from fine wood fibres compressed and glued together. And then blockboard, strips of softwood are glued together and then sandwiched between 2 hardwood veneers resistant to bending. The knockdown fittings shown below are used to attach the tabletop to the frame. Oh, I've not answered this question. Describe the advantages of using knockdown fittings. Two advantages of using knockdown fittings. Well, you don't need a craftsman to assemble the joint, and also it's easily assembled and unassembled. So suitable for flat pack products. Change that, unassembled. Okay, and that's it. Thank you for listening to this video. I hope it's you've learned a number of things from your prelims so that you're able to do better in your final exam. Okay, thank you very much.